allow Zwelinzima Vavi to annoy your day like he did to mine. Anyway, guys, bye-bye. See you later. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. It is very clear to see that Zwelinzima Vavi has a different agenda, because there is no way, there is absolutely no way. But please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of South Africa. Now, as the rescue operations continue in Stilfontein, Zwelinzima Vavi is trending for a rather annoying reason, because that is the twisted truth, which, like, he's pushing misinformation. That's how I'm reading this whole thing. It's misinformation, twisting what he is saying, including some truths and a lot of untruths. Yeah, that is just me. And I like one post by a South African who came and responded to the newsroom post video of Zwelinzima Vavi, which Vavi shared. I'm like, what is going on? What is this new narrative by politicians of pushing this narrative that South Africans don't think, South Africans don't know certain things, South Africans are misinformed? What is the biggest agenda? What is the biggest agenda here? But before we do that, I'd like you to hear what Zwelinzima Vavi said. And then I'm going to share another clip as well from an official, South African official, who are dealing with the situation there. Basically, those are the decision makers I take, because I don't know who that person is, but she spoke sense. And then after that, I'm going to share with you a screenshot of somebody that responded to that Zwelinzima Vavi's post by Newsroom. And then I'm just going to share my own views, because there is absolutely no way the whole continent is tending to be very lawless, if I should say. And this does not look good. This does not look good. And this false narrative that the politicians just jump out and say, it is so super annoying. All the time when they want to advance themselves, only them know the agenda that they are trying to push. They ride on South Africans' back. Please hear what Zwelinzima Vavi said, and then I'll be back.
You never know how many people that are speaking in the social media and what the sentiment they represent of society. But if you follow me and my postings, you will be shocked. Even today, I posted just after watching your program that there are 78 people today, up to date, that have been found. The response is they are criminals, they are foreigners, and we should have long put a concrete slab on top of the mine for them for us to forget about them. Crime doesn't pay, so say some of them. It's shocking. It's shocking because the people have been framed into believing that all of these people are Mozambicans. All of them volunteered to come to the mines, and that they were not tricked by entrepreneurs, that is, jobs somewhere in South Africa when they were recruited from Lesotho, Mozambique, and Malawi. All of them are disturbingly criminal, to quote the president when he was referring to the Marikana massacre victims. And none of them are South Africans. So we should have no feelings for these animals. After all, what were they doing in our country? Stealing our gold. Whose gold is that, by the way, that is being stolen there? It's incredible, the level of naivety and coldness. You know what I said during the day is that once you start celebrating that one because he is a foreigner, you disagree with him politically or ideologically, and that he belong to another region, then you have crossed the line of being a normal human being. You are barbarian yourself. You have now become a person. And I've seen this thing, you know, every day. By the way, what we are watching here, being tortured on your television, we are tortured every day watching the unfolding should never be turned into animals as the people. For goodness sake, all of us were involved in a struggle. At the center of that struggle was for the return of our dignity as a people. At the center was the right of life of everybody. And that's why our constitution said anyone within our borders deserve our protection as the state. Now, we're sitting in a situation where actually, and our people don't understand this, it is the government that has the prime responsibility to protect the lives of anybody within the borders. We don't care how those people would have come here or whether they are Mozambican and South African. They are human beings. The starting point is that we are talking about men who are breadwinners, who have their sons and daughters watching the television, and or who are sitting outside overwhelmed by the stench coming out of the bite, not knowing whether these are their fathers, their brothers or not.
First of all, I don't even know what to say about this because I get so angry. First of all, South Africans are not saying those people should just perish in there. That is a false narrative. And I am not saying there aren't any few people here and there who are saying so, but South Africans were saying the situation in there is very hostile to send anybody in there. Number two, those Zamazamas didn't create an environment that is suitable for them to be rescued to begin with. Number three, we're talking about people that were heavily armed, that they had bombs in there, they have guns, ammunition, and all manner of things that were happening in there. Now, there's one Zamazama that came out, and I think it was from Zimbabwe. He said, it is extremely dangerous in there and not safe even for any official to go down there. Somebody that came from, I respect that boy. I respect that boy. He was a young guy. I respect that boy. He came out and spoke the truth, said, it is very dangerous in there. She even said, there are people that who are no longer living, who are no longer even living, who are in there. But it is very dangerous for anyone to go down there. This was a standoff. Who was supposed to be arrested to go down there? To go to the people that are resisting the calls to come out. The people that were trying to test the law enforcement. How far can you take this? Because we are not prepared to come out. So what is Zwelinzima Vavi talking about? What is he talking about? I'm just going to share with you an image after you watch this clip. Just some of the ammunition that the Zamazamas carry. I'm not going to share any clips of Zamazamas waving guns and all of that because they are everywhere. If you want to look at that, you can go and look for it somewhere else. But also it is there in my videos. Maybe I'm going to check one video and then share the link in the description box so that you can go watch how armed the Zamazamas are. No South African is saying, let them perish in there, seal their minds with them inside. So, no man. No man. Anyway, I would like you to watch this video and I'll be back with more commentary.
997 are Mozambicans, Zimbabweans 427, South African 118, and then Basotho 120, no, South African 21, and then Basotho 120, Congolese 1, Malawian 1. So you can see those people are illegal. We are setting a wrong precedence to say people can get under the ground to do illegal mining, get all the money and everything, and then we will then come and rescue them as government, or people will come and say they are human rights, humanities, and then take us to court on illegal things. So next time I can tell you, it's going to come out from somewhere, and the very same people will be taking us to court, and then there will be a chaos in this country, and there will be lawlessness. So we are not even dealing with South Africans who really, you can say, they're trying to make a living. They are not. They are illegal. Like you said, they don't even have correct documentation. But I can tell you what we are doing now is a bad precedence. This is attack and sabotage to our economy. But we are trying to protect them and make them heroes.
Yeah. Oh, that lady is the deputy police minister. I didn't know her. It's a good thing. We're still trying to get used to the new cabinet, right? Basically, these are just some of the ammunition that, the guns that they have in there. And it was said that they also have grenades in there. So whose child are you wanting to send in an environment of the armed people that are resisting arrest? People that have been making these demands. You know what? The NGOs would come out and say those people are hungry. They don't have the strength to come out, and food would be sent. And those zamazamas in there, they'll start selling the food to the people underground. And people will eat and be strong and still say, we are not coming out. Do you get? So if Vavi now, for me, if Vavi was blaming the government of the ANC and saying, we are here because of you, were the mines supposed to be closed? Totally agree. Those mines were supposed to be totally sealed up after they were not, when the decision that they are no longer usable was taken. The companies were not supposed to move on without dealing with those mines, like sealing them off so that no one would go in there. That is the responsibility. If you make the money, you gotta take the responsibility on. Now, number two, if Vavina was saying, ANC, we are here because of you, I would understand that. But now to come and be attacking South Africans, what do we have to do with it? What do we have to do with it as ordinary South Africans? What do we have to do with it? Which decisions are we making? Like, please get off our backs already. Like, get off our backs. Get off our backs. The leaders of South Africa should do right to begin with. Those thousands of illegal miners, apparently they are in South Africa illegally. That was not supposed to have happened if we had good border management and the laws of immigration were taken seriously. That situation is not supposed to happen. So to come and say South Africans on social media and whatnot, what do we have to do with it? So whatever the agenda that Vavi has, man, they better try something else, because this thing that they continue to do of riding on our backs to get wherever they are going needs to come to an end, because Vavi is on national television making no sense whatsoever. And I don't know why these channels are giving me this tour. He's now like a tourist for these news channels. Like, speaking no sense whatsoever. That's according to me, because you need to accuse the right people. And you need to hold the Zamazamas accountable, whether they are South Africans or illegal immigrants. Whoever is there need to be held accountable. And that is my chat. And I've spoken a lot. I need us to read. I like how this person responded to all this shenanigan by Zwelinzima Vavi. I like it. I love it. I'm going to read it to you just now. And this one sounds annoyed like I am. He said, listen here, perhaps someone will learn something. Nobody is calling for the Zamazamas to be unalived or to lose their lives, because I don't want to read their harsh words here, please. I don't want to know. I don't want to be in trouble. And then he continued to say, what we are saying. Oh, please, somebody stay with me. He said, and listen carefully, because you are making your own stories and you are wrong. Oh, yeah, I love this person, yo. They put themselves in that hole and refused to come out when police arrived. Yo, guys, what is difficult? That's what I'm saying. People like Zwelinzima Vavi have their own agendas. What happens to them is on them, and not a cent should be spent of taxpayers' money to pull them out. They got in, they can get out. Nobody says anyone must lose their lives. Yeah, this is so, yeah. What we are saying is that the only money that must be spent from the treasury is the money to give them a fair trial and proper punishment before returning them to where they came from. Stop putting words in our mouths. You see this line? I agree with it. Hey, Zwelinzima is just going around these news channels like making no sense whatsoever. There is absolutely no sense in what Vavi is saying, and it's so super annoying because I don't know what his agenda is. So why are we in it as ordinary people on social media? When has South Africa listened to us? I don't care whether there were thousands and thousands of South Africans saying, let them perish in there, because nobody would do that. Since nobody listens to South Africans, do get. But many South Africans, the majority of South Africans are saying, don't risk South Africans' lives for all the illegal immigrants and South Africans who are in there mining illegally. It doesn't matter where you came from, whether you came over the bridge, under the bridge, or you flew on a broom into South Africa, or you just came to exist in South Africa from nowhere, or you came to exist like a mushroom within South Africa, or you are a South African. So what we are saying is whoever is in there, whether South African, Mozambican, Nigerian, whatever, or Zimbabwean, whoever, Msotho, how can you mola o keni kabuena, itswa kabuena? Do you get? That's all that we are saying. So now people must risk their lives and go in there to rescue people that don't want to come out. Somebody said there are also children. Of course, there are children. There are children who were brought here or on lies. Some were forced to come here, right? But what we are saying is now the situation that they are in that underground is not suitable for anybody that is outside who did not make a choice to go underground illegally, to risk their lives to go in there to rescue people that are armed, who are violent, who are psychologically, those people are a mess. So when you risk people that went in there for their selfish reasons and the country won't benefit anything from it, why must we be comfortable with our people going in there to rescue even South Africans who are illegally mining in there? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Guys, if you want to disagree with my views or you want to agree with Zwelinzima Vavi, you have the comment section there to share your views. But what I'm saying is it does not look good for our continent, because we are increasingly looking like a continent that does not care about the laws, the constitution, whatsoever. We have the laws, but we don't use them. We have the constitution, but we don't use it. We have so many things that are just decorations in South Africa, and even the whole continent, if I might say. Look how big this continent is, but it's being made useless by our leaders. Whatever Zwelinzima Vavi is saying right now, I would be standing with him if he said we are here today because of how the ANC has governed this country for 30 years. I bendinaye up. Yabana kuloo ndawo besisobabini, but the way it's going, why are you on our backs? Get off our backs already. Hayibo guys, yo, yandiqumbisa lento le indenza ndibile ngaphakathi, yo, na guys. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and if you do have time and you are on Wi-Fi, kindly watch my ads in full. And to those who are already watching my ads in full, I highly appreciate it, guys. It really goes a long way to have the most beautiful day. Don't allow Zwelinzima Vavi to annoy your day like he did to mine. Anyway, guys, bye bye. See you later.